I had slowly gotten myself off of the prednisone, and that was the first time I had even taken any prednisone in a long time.
Hi, how are you?
There we go.
Okay, great to see you. I think I've seen you probably once during
Yeah,
one of our client classes.
yeah, like a long time ago, like 6 weeks ago.
Yes, but I think you've been coming to all the classes, getting education, which is great. So I'm
Yep,
always happy to see you. And I know we made some good progress with your blood pressure, with your joint pain. You've been able to reduce the medications. So when I get an overview how you've been doing and feeling, so I can help you plan your steps, how to continue your recovery. That's the agenda for today.
yeah. I had slowly gotten myself off of the prednisone, and that was the first time I had even taken any prednisone in a long time.
Are you taking a smaller dose now?
Well, when I first started on the program, I had just gone to my doctor because I had my right hand, my wrist swelled, a couple of fingers swelled, and he put me on 40 milligrams. And that
Hmm.
happened almost right when I started the program.
Okay.
So, so over the next weeks, I went down from 40 to 30 to 20. I weighed myself right down so that and I think maybe I was a little too aggressive in how
Hmm.
fast I weaned myself off. Um, that's my own thought. I haven't. I did go back to the doctor recently, but I was still feeling pretty good, so I didn't get a
Hmm.
chance to talk to him about it. But I think I know what he would tell me to do. So, and I know you had said, well, try without, try to do it without the medication. But it just kept getting worse, and I didn't want it to get real bad. So
Hmm.
um, I decided to go off of the Celebrex and
Hmm.
take the prednisone instead. Um, I
Okay.
was I was getting a little bit of I could feel it in my stomach with the Celebrex. I didn't like the feeling I was getting, so um,
Hmm.
that's why I went back with the prednisone. But
Okay. So
it's only been 3 days now.
yeah, so maybe 20, the small dose is gonna help you and work for you, so you won't have to get back to the higher dose, and maybe eventually you'll be able to reduce it. They still good other progress. You've been able to get off your high blood pressure medications. You've been able to. You're not taking acid blocker, correct? Or you
Correct.
taking a little bit, or you're not taking that, correct?
Correct. Yep. I'm not
Okay,
taking
very
it.
good.
The rheumatologist just was looking for another biologic to put me on, and I didn't want to go down that road again after I had that liver trouble from the Humira. So
Hmm.
um, that's why I decided to go this way. I looked at it as two roads. It's either I can go back down the road of uh, the drugs or try this. So uh,
Definitely. So that's why, as you learn in the classes, we still stop autoimmune diseases from progressing. Some people who had it when they were young children, they get another autoimmune disease, another one. So it still benefits you, regardless whether you have to be in a small dose of medications just to function. But eventually, I do believe you will not need it. Maybe just a little bit more time to heal, because we had people who had RA for 40 years and they were able to reduce their medications. We had a client, she was on infusions every 2 weeks, but she was able to extend that time, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. She didn't need to do infusions, but she already had a RA for 40 years, and she did have damage to her hands. She couldn't bend them, but even she was able to reduce some of the medications she was taking. And so definitely it helps. But with your case, you got recently, right? It was you said 4 years ago, 2 years ago.
I was diagnosed in 2016,
Mhm.
and I had pain before that we didn't know what it was. So it's been probably 2015, 14, something like that since I've had the RA symptoms.
Mhm.
Um, and then, well, you saw my blood work, all my SID rates, all that stuff is, yep, you have RA. Um, so it's not unusual for somebody. I mean, I'm obviously a little bit impatient, but it's not unusual for somebody to go longer than 6 weeks before they start to see uh, any kind of a breakthrough or anything. Because I think I've had my share of setbacks during the 6 weeks too. So I don't think that helps. Stressful situations, that sort of thing. Um, I know
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't help with healing either. So um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still optimistic that it's going to work. Um,
Yes, definitely. And you know the science behind it. So definitely it's helping you and benefiting you to at least avoid any future medications or getting worse. So absolutely. Of course, I would recommend the same thing if it was my mom or dad who had the issue. And they did change their diet after they saw us get better, and they've been implementing, which I'm really happy about it. My dad had polyps in his skull, and I think it was 10 years ago, which they removed. And my mom had high blood pressure. And
yeah,
they put her on medications and she got off the high blood pressure medications. And so that's great that they haven't had issues since then. Oh, we had a client, Ladonna, recently who had fibromyalgia and Hashimoto's. All her symptoms were gone. She had joint pain, she had headaches, she had like low energy. All her symptoms did go away. So we do have people who have become symptom free in this program who worked with us recently. We had another client, Becky. She had chronic fatigue and the weight gain, and her chronic fatigue went away.
hmm,
Oh, and we had another client Ellie, who's been able to get off her meds for her thyroid, and all her symptoms were gone. She also had joint pain and she had Graves' disease.
hmm,
She has joint pain as well, and she was able to exercise without the pain. And I believe she had other symptoms as well, like fatigue. A lot of people have it, headaches. A lot of our clients have headaches that go away. So we did have a number of clients who became symptom free, and then as you've been with you in the program.
yeah, yeah. I think one of my problems is once I start feeling good, I tend to overdo it with work. You know,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's stacking firewood or whatever, and that will sometimes work its way into a problem where I get inflamed or I just overwork something. And that's what happened to me last time, right before I started the program. So I have to kind of control that a little bit too. But I've kind of gotten into the groove of eating this way. So um, that's not a concern for me that I'm not going to be able to continue that, especially if I'm looking down the road. It's easier to do. Sometimes it's not easy, but you just have to do it. So it's
We're
not
here
a,
to support you. So you can always reach out to us, anything that you need. We do give people extra time in the client group that's checking for education, but we basically have everybody finishing up in the next maybe 2 3 weeks in the program. Some people started a little bit later, but otherwise we have finished up with the classes. They're just going to be repeating. We have a few clients who have a little bit longer time
yeah.
left. But you stay in the group for education. And if you need any help, you can reach out to us. If you
Okay.
get updated blood work, you can let us know. And I am going to send you your document with all the notes and just going to give you instructions for the holidays. But otherwise, of course, you can stay in the same plan, which is best for you to continue healing at a rapid rate.
Yep. Okay. Good. Good.
Okay, Stephen, but it was so great seeing you.
Yep.
And
It was good to see
it's
you.
been great helping you, but we'll stay in touch by email, okay? Keep
Very
us
good.
posted,
Yep.
okay?
Thank
Great
you very
talking
much.
with you. Enjoy
Yep.
the rest of your weekend.
Yeah. You too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.